video is going to cover 5 awesome upgrades for your 7.3. So here we go. Okay, so 5 upgrades that are just pretty awesome, and it's kind of a must-have in my opinion. One is not on my truck at the moment. I had to take it off. Unfortunately, I had an intake. It's an AFE intake, stage 2, with the blue filter. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I had to return it. It had a crack in the pipe that's on the actual assembly itself. So I had to return that, and they're going to ship me a new one. So right now I have this bad boy kind of shoved back in there. But anyway, so these are going to be my 5 pick, kind of like awesome upgrades that I've done and just never looked back. Obviously some are more expensive than others, and it is an investment in your vehicle if you want to do this. But anyway, so I want to say my 38R. Now I had the 38R turbo with the Banks 1.0 housing. So the 38R, if you buy it, it comes with the 1.0 housing. I kind of put mine together in stages. So I have the AFE wastegate actuator. I have the Banks exhaust housing with the Wicked Wheel 2 turbo wheel. Now I'm kind of back and forth. I'm thinking about going back to my stock wheel that came with the 38R and just seeing if I notice a big difference. The Wicked Wheel 2 has given me, it seems more turbo response, you know, throttle response. So I'm thinking about going back just to see if there's that big of a difference. Because with the stock wheel I had a much more of a whistle. Alright, so the 38R, I highly recommend it if you're looking for power. I really liked the AFE stage 2. It was great, but I heard this hissing noise and I couldn't figure out what it was. It ended up being the crack. So I bought a lot of parts from AFE, where a lot of my parts are AFE, and I've never had a single problem with any of their stuff. If I ever have, I give them a call, or if you buy from me, you give me a call, we get a return, they ship it right back out. It's a pretty hassle-free. Okay, so turbo, 38R, the AFE stage 2 intake, and my Snow Performance water meth injection, be number 3. This system is phenomenal. Now I need to increase my nozzle size. Here, I kind of showed it to you. I've done this in other videos, so if you're here for the first time, check out all kinds of videos. There's all kinds of comments on them. And yeah, so anyway, all right, so there's the boot, that blue boot. That's where all the injection goes into. There are 3 nozzles. The system that I bought came with 2. So you have this little actuator right here. What this does is this turns on at a certain boost pressure. So I have mine actually come on at like 9 psi. They say put it about half of what your turbo will do, boost pressure wise. So if you say you get 40, this should be like a 20. However, these nozzles are very undersized for the horsepower of my motor, so I need to increase it. Then I will change those boost pressures, because my first nozzle comes on at like 2 psi, and then it gradually increases up to 9, and then it's full on. So it's actually, my first 2 nozzles are full on at like 7, and then the lowest I can get the power nozzle on is 9. So it comes on at 9, and then it just, you know, it's full on. So I can use a lot more. I have been using the Boost Juice by Snow Performance. There is a noticeable power difference when you're talking about like windshield wiper fluid and the 50/50 straight. There are other ways you can do this. You can buy your own methanol, alcohol, and mix your own with 50% water. Don't do any more than that, because it's considered fuel. So if you have 51% alcohol, methanol versus water, it's considered a fuel then. And these pumps, they don't recommend you do it because it'd be fire hazard and all that stuff. But correct me if I'm wrong, guys. You can comment on the video and let me know. Okay, so number 4, the TS chip. I probably should have said the TS chip first. It has been the best thing I've ever done. Now I still have the stock tunes, so I have a lot more improvement to get out of this TS chip. But right out the gate, for $175, I mean, you just can't beat the power. You can't beat the power on anything else on the market for $175 and get that kind of power. It's just crazy. It just wakes the truck up. I can't say enough about it. I know a lot of you guys who are watching are probably, you know, I had like 10 orders of the TS chip at one time. You guys have all commented back and with emails and calls and told me, you know, it was a great thing. It's really woke your truck up and you've been happy with it. So that's pretty awesome. The biggest thing with the TS chip that I see a lot of guys having problems with is they don't get the connections clean enough on their computer. So when you're plugging that in, they don't get their connections cleaned enough, and that can cause problems. Prep is always more important than anything else. Think about it when you're painting a vehicle. I don't know if you guys paint, but when you're painting a vehicle, prepping, sanding, taping, it takes the most time, it's the most crucial, and then just spraying it on is no big deal. So those are the four. Number 5. Number 5, I'm gonna have to say my exhaust. The exhaust is actually one of the first things I ever did to my truck. Was put exhaust on it. It's a pretty basic. Mine's an MBRP, nothing fancy. Mine's not stainless. Don't even have a tip on it. It's 4-inch. Now I'm thinking about bumping up to 5-inch, keeping my downpipe as 4-inch and doing 5-inch all the way back with a dump on it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I'm looking for a change. A lot of things I want to do to my truck now cost so much money, like injectors and stuff. I mean, I would love to do some injectors. Just cost so much. So yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of stuff to this truck. I bought, for those of you who don't know, maybe you're new here, I bought my truck for $2,000 and I put roughly $10,000 into it. So I bought it for $2,000, put about $10,000 into it. I took out a loan. I was looking at some 7.3s, and they run consistently about $15,000 to $19,000 depending on condition. The condition of this truck was really, really bad. The beds rusted out and all that stuff. I mean, I had to replace that. $10,000 isn't just like performance stuff. That's like rotors, that is front hubs, that is brake booster and stuff that you kind of normally wouldn't have to change on a truck, but this truck needed it. It was just so ragged out. Probably the owner, it was a 1-owner truck before me, so I'm the 2nd owner. So he thought, and I hope you guys do not think this, a 7.3 is a great motor. It is absolutely fantastic. But like anything, you cannot neglect it. You got to take care of it. It's your baby. Take care of it. And anything else on the part, it's still just regular stuff. I mean, regardless if the motor's a 7.3, and you know, you hear some guys, okay, well, if you got a 2001 5.4, all the parts are still the same, just because it has a different motor. So, in a different training. So take care of it, and it will take care of you. I mean, I've taken really good care of this truck. I've kind of brought it back up from the dirt, basically. So I know the ins and outs of all this whole truck. Everything on it is worked perfectly for me. I always leave in the description basically 90% of the stuff I've done to the truck as far as performance stuff. I'm sure I've probably missed some things on there forgetting to add it, but I always leave it in the description. The website is always in the description. If you guys are seeing this currently right now through the end of the year, is a 10% off all products. And if you don't see it on there, let me know, I'll add it, and you still get 10% off of it. So, and it's always free shipping on orders. I think it's over 50 bucks. I think it's 50 bucks, or it might be $100. But anyway, so those are the 5. So, just real quick, 38R, AFE stage 2, that's the intake. The TS chip, snow performance, and the exhaust. Forgot about it for a second. Snow performance. I have the 420 kit. Those of you who are wondering. So I have the 420 kit, snow performance, TS chip, stock tunes on my truck. I'm hoping to do some PHP tunes AFE stage 2. I think I got them all this time. If this is the first time I'm saying this, I'm probably gonna leave some bloopers in the back because I don't know why. I should have wrote it down. It's so hard when you're talking to a camera because I'm the only one here. So I'm just kind of talking to a screen, and sometimes it's hard to keep your train of thought. But that's why I love YouTube, because the comments and stuff, it creates a dialogue. So it's not me just talking to this camera. I'm actually talking to you guys in the comments. So leave your comments, even if you disagree with me. I love the conversation. I'm not a know-it-all. And the more people we get, more comments we get, the more knowledge we'll gain. So guys, and until next time, see you. Yeah, so the 38R, the AFE stage 2, the TS chip. Gosh, where am I at? Okay, so the I've said this like 4 times. I keep messing up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go from the back to the front. All right, go. MBRP, 4-inch exhaust intake, and the Snow Performance. Might set this all in one again. Okay, so the same one. 38R, AFE stage 2, MBRP, 4-inch exhaust, Snow Performance, and the TS chip.